Hello everyone, today we'll be making steamed fish. What we would need is any kind of your choice of fish. If you don't have this, you don't have to put this in there, but if you do, it has a really nice smell to it, so you might want to add it onto it. The other thing is that if you don't have wild peppercorn, you can also use regular peppercorn and grind it up and put that in there. Or else, you can also use shad salt to put into this steamed fish too. Additional from these herbs, I will be using 1/4 cup of pepper and chili oil, along with 3/4 cups of oyster sauce. And then I will be measuring 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I'll be using the squid brand. Also, we'll be using 1/2 tablespoon of the seasoning soy sauce. Okay, so we are gonna clean the fish. We're gonna cut it up and then take the guts out. Be careful so you don't cut yourself. Pull everything out like this. And what I also like to do is I like to take these gills out of the fish. So I'm going to rip these gills out. It looks like this. We don't need that part. So it's clean on both sides. Put it aside here, and then we're going to go on to the next one. So after you put your garlic and your pepper here, you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to pound this together. You're going to keep on pounding until everything's all crushed in here. It doesn't have to be finely crushed as long as it's semi-crushed like this. You're going to add your peppercorn into here now. And then you're going to pound everything together. You're releasing the aroma from the wild peppercorn. Okay, just do this for a few seconds and then it should look somewhat like this. And then going to put it on the side for later use. So you're going to cut your cilantro. You're going to roughly chop them. You don't want it too fine. Put that to the side. Then you cut your green onions. Wash your fingers so you don't get cut. Okay, I'm going to put this back on your plate. So we're going to chop up our lemongrass roots. The roots are rough, so you need to finely chop them, okay? Also, I already preheated my oven to 475. And then you're gonna take your knife and run through it like this. Just to make sure it's fine, because these are kind of rough. And then you're gonna take your pepper lime leaf and cut these up too. You're gonna probably mince them into smaller pieces. So what I like to do is I usually grab a bunch together like this, and then I roll it so it's easier to handle. So you basically just cut them like this, and then after this you're going to run your knife through it the same way as you're doing for the lemongrass roots. Okay. Okay, we're going to add them here. I'm going to transfer the herbs into a bowl so that I can mix them. Okay, I'm going to add in my garlic pepper and then the wild peppercorn. This is how it should look like. And then I'm going to give it a light toss in here. It smells really nice. And then I'm going to add my 1/4 cups of chili pepper and oil. If you don't like it spicy, just add a little bit, but for me, I like stuff a little bit more spicy, so I'm going to add a little bit more like this. And then your 1/3 cup of oyster sauce. If you don't like oyster sauce, you can substitute soy sauce for oyster sauce. My 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of seasoning soy sauce. And then you're going to mix everything together. I didn't add any salt because the oyster sauce is really salty along with the seasoning soy sauce and fish sauce. That should be more than enough salt for the fish. Okay, so after everything, it should look somewhat like this. Smells really nice. Okay, now we're gonna take some tin foil, and then we are actually gonna wrap the fish in this tin foil. So what I usually do is, let me move this to the side so that you can see. So what I usually do is I actually place some of these herbs on the bottom. So when you bake it in the oven, it gets the aroma onto the fish, okay? And then I usually place the fish right on it like this. And then I'll take some, like maybe like a big spoonful like this, and you stuff it inside where you inserted and cleaned it earlier, like the stomach area. And then you're gonna add some and put the herbs, some on top, like this. Oops. And then you're gonna roll it up. So I roll it this way, and then once this way. And then you're gonna close the ends up by folding it up. And then if you still have an opening like this and you want to close it all the way so that it steams better, you can go ahead and add a little bit more tin foil on there. But you don't want to make it too thick because so that it'll cook through. So what I just place it like this and then put a tin foil on top of it like this. And then close the ends back up. And then you will place it onto your baking sheet, okay? And then we'll go on to the next one. We now both have the fish ready, and I'm going to throw that in the oven at a 475 preheated oven. Now I place the fish in the oven at a 475 preheated oven, baking this for 45 minutes. Okay, I pulled the fish out of the oven. Let's open it. Here is how the fish look like. Okay, the fish is now ready to be eaten.
Tastes good.
Tastes good? You like it? Mm-hmm. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video.